Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing some golf club repair. Got a couple of different projects I want to do. Here are my clubs over here. This one will be a fairly simple fix. This is ferrule. It's a little bit loose here. Kind of moves around freely on there. So I'll just glue that back down. It'll be good as new. I have a few different kind of glues. I've got this E6000. That's what I'll use here. Just a very simple all-purpose glue. Then I have a new glue. I have some basically golf club specific epoxy that I'm going to use for the next project. This is what I've used in the past, the JB Weld epoxy. I've had this fail on me a couple times now, so we're going to try out the golf club specific epoxy and see how that works. The next project club is going to be this nice Cleveland high bore XL driver that has a broken shaft. So I'm going to use my heat gun right here to remove the head, and then we're going to put it on this shaft, this nice Voodoo 60 gram stiff shaft. This one has a broken Callaway head on it. So this head here, basically it's got a crack in it, the carbon, and it's kind of flexy right here. And then this metal piece is kind of warped and coming off. So I'm going to try and fix this also. I'm going to heat this metal piece up, see if I can bend it back down. I'll take this head off. And then I'm just going to make a really short driver using this old Ping shaft here. I think that'll be fun to play with on the golf simulator. I was going to use this shaft, but on further inspection, it's got some cracks on it. It's pretty much toast. So we're just going to throw this one shaft away. But what I'll start off by doing is, so I don't ruin this ferrule, I'll heat this ferrule up with hot water, take that off, then heat the head up, and I should be able to get it off. And then we'll do the same thing, get this head off of this shaft, and we'll put it on our nice new, or not new, but nicer shaft that isn't broken. So let me put you all on a time lapse, and I'll get to work. Both of these club heads. This one has a really big hole in it, basically. So you have to use this kind of ferrule that has like the tapered end on it. And then for the back plate, this actually just came off pretty easy, and then I was able to bend it back into shape. So I'll glue it back on, and it'll look somewhat presentable. And then we'll glue on both of these shafts. They'll be definitely shorter shafted golf clubs, which is what I was kind of going for. I wanted some shorter drivers that I could play around with. This driver, all I had to do was glue on that ferrule. It's on there now. It's good to go. So that's one golf club fixed. I'll go ahead and we'll epoxy this guy back on to this one. Had a little bit of hard time getting these ferrules off with just hot water, so they got mangled up just a little bit, or maybe a good amount. This one more so got mangled up, but you basically have to have this one. And I didn't really look on where I could buy this kind of tapered ferrule. I'm sure you could probably buy it somewhere, but that one will be a little bit messed up. That's okay. It's just a fun club anyway. So I'll put you guys on time lapse here. We'll get these glued up, and then, or I may just glue them up with this epoxy and show you guys the finished result and me hitting them, because it's not that interesting to watch me glue them up anyway. So let me get these glued together, and I'll show you guys what they look like afterward. All right, guys, so I got these clubs epoxied together. Seems pretty solid. I would say this is one of the harder clubs to reshaft, this Callaway FTIZ driver, just because of how big an opening the driver head has and how it's dependent on this ferrule here that's kind of oddly shaped and fits in there and takes up a lot of the space. But it feels pretty solid. I'm going to go hit it. I'll show some videos of me hitting these in the garage. And then I got the back plate epoxied on there, and then I filled in some of the crack with epoxy. It does feel firmer, so I think that was a good idea. So I'm fairly happy with how this repair turned out, because at one point I thought, man, this isn't going to work just on how loose this shaft was fitting in there. And it may not hold up over time, but we will see. So I got a nice junior driver now. I'm interested to see how it hits. It's got a ping answer. Let's see if the stiffness is on here. Stiff flex shaft. So a fairly nice shaft too, and the grip is nice. So happy to be able to save this club or get something useful out of it just from the parts I had laying around. And here's that Cleveland High Bore XL. Again, this one went together a lot easier than the other one. And even this one, I had to just shave it down a good amount of the shaft because the opening was narrow. So each club, not created equally. But let's go hit these out on the simulator. I'll show some video of that. Again, guys, thanks for watching. I know I didn't show me drilling these out, but basically I heated this up with my heat gun, was able to eventually get it loose enough that I could get the shaft out. And it came out pretty mangled. I took a sander to the end of it to clean it up. And then I used several different size drill bits, basically bore out the inside of this driver here. And I wasn't able to save, these things got mangled up, these little ferrules. So you can always probably find those online somewhere, hopefully, if you wanted to just put a new one on there. They're hard to get off is the moral to the story. If you want to see, I have posted videos where I do actually show all of me, that whole process, and I'll put some links to those down below if you want to check those out. I'll also put a link to this Brampton Profix Quick Cure Epoxy. That's what I used. They say it's golf specific. I think some of that is just branding, but I figured I would try it out. So I'll put a link to that down on Amazon. It seemed to work pretty well. They say it cures in 30 minutes, and it did actually cure in 30 minutes. But again, I let these sit overnight before hitting with them. So I'll go show you some videos of me hitting with them. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like. Comment below if you have any questions. I'll catch y'all next time. Alright guys, so unfortunately I didn't get it on camera, but the Callaway broke on the first swing. But the Cleveland High Bore seems to be holding up. So I'll show you guys me hitting that now. Thanks for watching, guys.